Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your mid-April 2016 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the dear, sweet, lammy puff Scorpio. And for those of you who don't know what a lammy puff is, it's just like a little miniature puff of lamb, so sweet and so kind and so loving and so endearing. And I have a friend who is a Scorpio who is just the sweetest man in the world, and it's not a boyfriend, he's just a friend, and he is the original lamb, okay? And I call him Lamb, and I call him a Lammy Puff all the time, and it's just a term of endearment for Scorpios. I have a lot of Scorpio friends, and my experience with Scorpio is that they can be very fierce, but I feel like for a lot of time, for the most part, they're like the best friends, because they won't let the small things get in the way. They'll be your friend through thick or thin. If you become friends with a Scorpio, they'll always be there for you. So that is my experience with them, and I just love them. So, some people get mad because they feel like I play favorites with Scorpios, and I don't. I actually love every single sign. I have friends from from every sign, really, and I give Aries a lot of shit. I do, but some of my best friends in life have been Aries, okay? And I give Leo a lot of shit, but I have a friend who is just the sweetest Leo you could ever meet. He's just a teddy bear, okay? And so there are lots of different people out there, but I have a soft spot for Scorpios, but that doesn't mean, I don't love other people. I do give signs, shit, I do. I mean, I tell you, honestly, I give guys shit and I give women shit. I do a lot. I speak my mind, but I feel like Scorpios can handle it. So this is nothing new. For those of you who've watched my videos, you're like, this is nothing new. This is just how she is. So, anyways, I am back doing the horoscopes here for you. For those of you who are new to my channel, I have my own website, oracledaphne.com, and you can't book a reading through my website, unfortunately. So you have to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, if you'd like a private reading, okay? But for those of you who have not posted comments on my website, I really appreciate it. It has made a difference, and it's made my life so much easier. So thank you guys for that. I just, it's been kind of, challenging, but I feel like people have heard me, and I have spoken, and that is good. So let's see what you guys get. Now, for those of you who are new, this is for the last couple weeks, 2-3 weeks in April. I have been pulling a lot more reverses lately, and I have fixed my deck back to normal, but I'm still getting reverses. So I still feel like, for whatever reason, because sometimes my deck can be like all switched around, and there's way too many reverses, and I don't like to read like that. But lately, this is just what I'm getting. So for the last bunch of signs, I've had a lot of reverses, and I'm just kind of going with it. Reverses doesn't mean it's bad. It just means, like, because there can be reverse cards that are actually really, really, really good. It just means that there's some different messages that may not have come through in previous months. So different things you may not have heard before. So okay, I'm getting it now. I wasn't getting it at first, but I'm getting it now. I'm going to start off with the card that's crowning you, and it is in reverse. It's the Miser card in reverse, okay? The Four of Pentacles, okay? In reverse, it is someone who is exceptionally greedy, okay? This is holding on to money at all costs. but it can be someone who's really, really poor too. Someone who really, literally is really, really poor, who has nothing, okay? Who's, you know, like I met someone and at one point, and all they had eaten all day was goldfish, because that's all they had. They didn't have anything else, okay? They had like a package of goldfish, and they had goldfish all day. And, you know, those goldfish crackers. And so I feel like for some of you, like you're really struggling financially. There's something going on with your finances. It is unusual for Scorpios to have a difficult time with finances, but it's possible, okay? Most Scorpios that I've met, they love money. There's a love of money. And I feel like for some people, this is the love of money and hanging on to money at all costs, okay? Like it's never enough, more. You know, you're refusing to do anything for other people. It's really about your finances. This can be bad investments or losing it all, okay? In some cases, you know, and it's funny because I feel like, I think Cancer, there was some investment stuff with Cancer as well. So be very careful if you're getting into a relationship with Cancer, or if you are investing in anything with someone who's like a Cancer ascendant, sun, or moon partner, okay, business partner. This is a bad time for investments, okay? This is a bad time for investments, or if you do have investments, this is where they don't pan out. Your investments do not pan out like you've wanted them to, or things have gone sour or gone awry in some way. Okay, so for some of you, and I want to say most of you, it really is just there's no money, and you're just freaking out. Okay, and you're kind of just like scraping by, just barely scraping by. And for others, it's bad investments. For others, it's holding on to money at all costs. It's for others, it's clinging on to a situation or a person when you really need to let go. Okay, really, really badly let go. The card that's blocking you later down the line in April is the Lamb going to the slaughter card. I call it the Lamb going to the slaughter, which is the Three of Swords. Okay, feeling heartbroken and hurt. And I feel like that's because you find out that someone's cheating on you, or that some guy has doubled up, or someone's playing you, because you have the Knight of Cups, which can be you, okay? If you're a Scorpio female, though, I feel like this is someone else, okay? It's another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra male, okay? It could be also another guy that's more Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, okay? There's also a strong Libra vibe here, too. So, these two guys, they're two different guys. But I feel like both of them are players. The Two of Pentacles guy is someone who has two women, or two boyfriends, or, you know, two ex-husbands, but they're juggling you know, two ex-wives. It's possible, okay, two ex-wives too. I feel like I know there are some gender, you know, specific things going on here, guys, but I want to say, like, the Two of Pentacles to me, I see as a male who's usually juggling two females, but it can be a male juggling two males also, okay. The Knight of Cups is the number 2 player in the deck. Together, it just means that I feel like you've been played in some level, okay? Or there's someone who's really messing with you or messing with your emotions. Some of you, you are juggling 2 jobs. Some of you are juggling 2, you know, things where it's like school and work, or work and, you know, work and, you know, family, or work and home life, or, you know, it's just, you know, 2 relationships. You also have the card crossing you, which is the 5 of Wands dude. So there's 3 guys lining up. Okay, ladies, heads up here. Okay, 3 guys lining up. And this is the 5 of Wands dude. And the 5 of Wands dude is someone who's run for the hills because they got scared. Okay. So to me, you have this little cluster of guys. There's a lot of guys in this spread. So female Scorpios, I feel like your issues mid-April are financial. They're also you wanting control, you wanting to dominate in a relationship, or you being friends with someone who doesn't have any intentions to commit to you, okay? Or you, you know, kind of being tested, because the Strength card is a test. So you're being tested financially, you're being tested in relationships. You know, you maybe have a partner who's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra male, and they may, you know, you may find out they've been cheating, or you may be just you've been juggling your home and your work, you know, life, you know, you have a, you know, very demanding career. There's a lot of, you know, things on your plate. I feel like though, a lot of it is financial. There's a lot of bills. The Five of Wands is being very busy, go, 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 beating the world off with a stick for those Scorpio ladies. You know, you have a lot of things that you have to get done and do. And I feel like for you, it's just very challenging to do. It's a test to see how you react. Now, the message here is Rome wasn't built in a day, so you can't do it all at once. And Scorpios can get into their very, like, trying to do everything at once, okay? This is the 10-card pile-up as far as, you know, work responsibilities and having a lot of things you need to do, okay, too. You need to try to do one thing at a time. Don't get overloaded. Don't, like, clump everything together and try to do it all, okay? Try to, like, kind of be more organized. You know, Scorpios tend to be organized, very, very obsessively organized, but I feel like you just have a lot going on and people are coming at you from all sides, you know, with different things, with things that you have to do. I think of the Five of Wands card as, you know, going out and needing to get gas, but then realizing that maybe you get a flat, and then somehow you need to, you know, you go and you get your tire fixed, and then you realize you haven't eaten all day, and so you go and get lunch, and then you get a phone call that says you need to be back to pick up your child at like 4 o'clock, and so you race back to get your child, but then somebody calls you from work and says we need to pay, you know, we need you to do X, Y, Z and meet us late, you know, in like an hour and a half for drinks, and then you're like, oh my God, I gotta go do that, and so you pick up your kid, and then you go and you know, you go and race home, and you throw some things on, and you drive to go over to go do whatever you're going to do, and then it's like it's never really ending. Like it's just like boom, 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 boom. You've got a bazillion things going on. Okay, now that's just an example. Okay. I'm envisioning a female Scorpio doing that, but I can also see a male Scorpio doing that, where, you know, you're trying to get a lot done, you're racing to get through your day. It's sort of like when the universe tests you. It's like you're running an obstacle course, one obstacle after another, after another, after another. To me, this is Virginia. Message me if you live in Virginia. This is the definition of Virginia, or the East Coast, somebody who lives in the East Coast, which has kind of like a high, frenetic, kind of, you know, anxiety-driven, go, go, go energy, where it's just like busy, 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 you know, and you have no time. You have no time because you're going from place to place, and you're trying to get things done. You are trying to multitask at the same time, okay? And I feel like you're going to accomplish more if you try to actually do less. I know it's not going to make sense to you, but and try to live a little bit more lower key. Like, you don't have to do a bazillion things in one day. Pick 3 that you really want to do and do those things. And I feel like you'll enjoy life a little bit more. Then again, you know, it's your choice. You do have free will, and, you know, you don't have to listen to anything that I say, but that's my suggestion to you. Also, there's this element about doing what other people want, going with the flow, okay? You get the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Wands is someone who needs to speak up, needs to get up some guts, needs to have the courage to do something, or to say something, or to go and do what they want. You know, they're caring too much about what other people think. And so I feel like, for some reason, you know, even like female Scorpios or male Scorpios, it doesn't matter. This could be, if you're a female Scorpio, somebody in the distant past that has no balls, okay? Who needs to speak up and say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. Scorpios are very straightforward. I don't feel like this is really you, but it can be. Scorpio males. Sometimes Scorpio males can be too much about what other people want to do, and they're not Scorpios are not really the confrontational types. They can get into confrontation, but only if somebody pushes them to get to that place. I feel like there's some element of being swept away in like a current of doing what other people want, or falling into something which isn't really authentic to you, okay? It's interesting I say that because you do have the Seven of Swords in reverse, also crowning you, okay? So this is where the mask falls off the person there, and they get caught, okay? Either they get caught cheating, they get caught stealing, they get caught lying, okay? So you may have some issues with somebody, you know, something going on either at work or in your home life where you catch someone, you know, where you admit to someone that you were lying to them when you said XYZ, or you admit to someone when you say, okay, you know, you're right, I did cheat on you in the past, you know, or, okay, you know, you're right, I own up to whatever, okay? I feel like this is a male energy. I do. I don't see this as a female energy. I don't feel like this is female Scorpios. You know, I don't feel like female Scorpios, you are wearing the mask. If you were wearing the mask or have been wearing the mask, it's only because you're afraid to show who you really are. And I feel like there may be some element about being authentic in the world and not really, and then finally saying, okay, you know what, this is who I am. If you don't like it, tough shit, you know? I feel like that's your stance, female Scorpios. You're kind of like, this is who I am, you know, take it or leave it, you know, saying your piece, and being very open, actually. You know, the Four of Pentacles is very, very closed. And the Seven of Swords is when finally the mask comes away and you're very authentic and you're open. So there's two very different energies crowning you. And it's like there's a part of you that's just like, I could just keep going the way it's going. I could just keep like covering up things and lying and da-da-da-da-da. And then there's another part of you that's just like, because it's easier. And it's easier to hang on to something that feels familiar, or it's easier to hang on to feel something that feels safe, or it's easier to hang on to an old relationship without getting into a new relationship. It's easy to take the ex-boyfriend who cheated on you back, okay? Why? Because they're always going to want you. They're always going to text you, and they're always going to bang your brains out. Boom, boom, boom. Literally, okay? So, you know, don't do that. Don't do that. If you've caught somebody cheating on you, don't go back with the ex. There was somebody else who got this too, and I feel like this is you. Do not get swept away in what, you know, in the old energy, okay? And if you are clinging on to a situation, like let's just say your partner cheated on you, okay? Let's just say they did, and you caught them. I feel like you haven't really let that go, and you haven't gotten over it, and you're still hurt. You are still hurt. Then that pain and that suffering is still showing up, and that's blocking you, blocking your future. There's this blocking you from being happy, actually. You got the King of Cups as the outcome, you know? You would be a very happy turtle if you worked on letting go of some of this pain. And the only way to get past this pain is time, okay? There really is no antidote to the Three of Swords. I do heart healing work, which is like energy by intention healing. That's something that you may want to contact me about. But I do feel like in time things will change. I feel like you're very much afraid of getting hurt again. I feel like you're very much afraid of getting into a new relationship. But it is blocking your happiness. I feel like you're not ready to move on and you need to. Scorpio ladies, you may be just dating several guys and none of them are Mr. Rights. A lot of them, you know, they may have other girlfriends or they may have something else going. I don't necessarily feel like it's the thing that's causing you the most pain. I feel like is something that has already happened. Although one of these guys may cause you pain in the future because they are players. So some of you, you're getting played. Some of you, it's not, you know, someone's not telling you the truth about their situation. Some of you don't have any faith that things are going to be okay, and you don't. Some of you may have some strong Libra in your chart, because Libra is sort of having a crisis point too, of faith, really. And some of you, you know, you're kind of in this place of despair. Like, you know, your intuition is kind of shut down. It's sort of like you're second guessing yourself, or you don't trust yourself to make decisions anymore in relationships. Partly because of this bastard in the past who really fucked you over. I feel like someone really fucked you over, and I'm just going to say that, okay? Now, for those of you guys, you know, it could be a female that fucked you over. It could be a total female. She took you to the cleaners, and she totally robbed you, okay? You're going, yep, that was the situation. It may not be, though. It may be neither. For some of you who are single, you know, to me, the single people are dealing with needing to be more practical. If you don't have any finances, you need to get another job or a second job, period, because you have the Two of Pentacles in the immediate future. So you need to double up, get another job. If you're in school and you're trying to go to school and work and you have no money, you know, try to get a second job and or cut back on school so that you can do more work. I feel like it's a practical thing. For some of you, there's the level of authenticity that that's needing to come out and needing to come through and saying your piece. But in a way you're hesitant. You don't want to like hurt anybody or you don't want to put your foot down for some reason, and you need to. And I feel like there's a lot of unworthy characters here, people that are vying for your attention and your love, and they just don't deserve you. And so in a way you can't give your heart to somebody who doesn't deserve you. And I feel like you're not seeing it because, you know, you've been hurt before, and in a way you're not taking any of these people seriously, guys and girls. Okay, so these could be also like several women, although I feel like mostly Scorpio females, you're dating several guys. Okay, maybe you were married in the past, they cheated on you, and you're trying to hang on to your wallet because, you know, maybe the divorce cost you a lot of money, maybe you lost a lot in the process. I feel like Scorpio guys, you may also been in a relationship with another guy. You may have been married to another guy, okay? And I feel like you may be dating several guys similar to Scorpio females, and none of them are worthy of you. None of them are good enough for you. None of them deserve you. They just don't. Some of you are like emotionally eating, some of you are emotionally spending, okay? I want to say some of you, and to me, you have the Six of Pentacles in the position of emotions. And the Six of Pentacles is spending a lot, because to me it's emotional spending, okay? But I also can see it as having a lot of resentment for someone. There's resentment with you and someone else. Maybe this is a partner, maybe this is an ex-partner. I don't see any like couples in this spread, which tells me there's a lot of single people watching this video. Can also be if you're in a partner, you're not even really thinking about them too much. If you're in a partnership, you could be married, but like they're not in your life at all, you know. You may be wanting to settle or you may be going through a divorce for some time and wanting to settle because you have the Six of Pentacles, which is also a settlement, okay? Wanting to settle, emotionally like needing to settle. Maybe you ran into, you know, going through a divorce that's dragged on forever, you know? I just want to say it's you're not over it. You know, you're just not over it. It takes Scorpio a really long time, and you're trying to understand why those things happened. Okay. And, you know, I mean, I want to say bad shit happened in the past because it was, I want to say paying a karmic debt. I want to say it's paying a karmic debt, but I also want to say it's, in a way, freeing yourself in some way. It's sort of like you would have stayed in that relationship too long had you not found out. And so it was better that you found out and now you're free. Now you can be free of it. You know, also some of you may be finding out some information. Okay, so some information may just fall into your lap. And that's what you need to pay attention to, because that is where that's really, some of that's just going to really put all the pieces together for you in your mind and be like, oh, okay. And the Scorpios are the ones that are diggers. They're diggers, and they're constantly trying to put the pieces together, and they never really get to that finally like, oh, okay. You know, they don't do that. They keep digging because they think they need more information, which is really odd. It's almost like a Gemini in a way. Gemini will keep looking for information and not adding any intuition into it. So it's just simple facts. So Geminis don't put two and two together. Whereas Scorpios, they keep adding two and two and two and two and two, but they keep getting 5. They'd add 2 and 2 and it's not 4, and it needs to be 4, but they don't like recognize it. They're like, well, no, it can't be 4. That can't be the reason. That can't be the answer. So they keep adding to it when really that was just the answer. The simple thing that falls into your lap that tells you, okay, this person did this because of this. That's it. Period. End of story. The end. And you know, I just see that you need some time. I feel like you need more time to get over it. And some of you are waiting for that to happen, and some of you are waiting for a person to come into your life that's going to help you with that. The problem is that you need to love yourself enough to allow yourself to get over it, and allow yourself the time to get over it, and allow yourself to feel love again. It's hard. It's hard, you know, and I feel like these other people that are in your life, guys or girls, are not, they're just not doing it for you. They're not doing it for you because you're not able to feel anything. You're kind of numb. I feel like it's, for some of you, you're numb, and for some of you, it's just like these people that are around you. Now, you may have like, they're just not quality people, okay? So you may have like a lot of brothers, okay? Like this is 7 brides for 7 brothers type stuff, okay? 7 brothers, okay? That's if you have 7, you know what I mean? You have 7 siblings or something crazy like that. For the most part, though, it might not be 7. I mean, it might be more maybe like 6, okay? Or 4 or 5, okay? It could be. You know, you may have like a large extended family in some way. There's a lot of guys in the spread. So you may be gay and you may have dated like the whole soccer team, okay? If that's the case. I just don't feel like you're going to end up with any of them. I feel like you're going to need to work on getting over the past, really letting it go. Being like, okay, 2 + 2 = 4. And that's it. And sometimes the pieces of the puzzle come together later, especially when there's cheating involved. Because like 2 years down the line, you'd be like, it's, you know, washing your hair in the shower and going, oh my God, that's what he was doing when he said he went here. He was fucking her, you know, or that's what she meant when she said this. She was going and giving him a blowjob, whatever. I mean, it's going to come together later. So don't be so worried about it coming together at this moment. Take time to love yourself. Take time to heal and get past anything that you need to get over. And I feel like you are going to get some perspective on this. You may not have it now, you may not have it in this moment, but later you will have more of a perspective. Some of you are very, like, have some money, the complete opposite of what's crowding you. So you may go from rags to riches. You may have gone from rags to riches. There is some element of being very generous and very giving and working with charities. For some Scorpio women, for some Scorpio guys as well. You may donate your time. There are some people that do, some Scorpios that are very like generous. Some of you are very generous in giving. to me, they're totally two different energies. The Four of Pentacles is someone who doesn't have any money, like really nothing, they have lost it all. And then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, in the upright it looks like this. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse is someone who has more money than Jesus, okay? An overflowing bank account, okay? And they're donating. They're donating their time. They're very giving to other people. So you may want to be that person. If you're struggling financially, you may want to have enough money so that you can give back and so that you can, do like fundraiser type things. That may be like your goal for some of you. There's a lot of individual elements here, but I feel like I covered pretty much everything. This is where I definitely recommend a private reading. I feel like one way or the other, you're going to come out okay financially, okay? So you may be very concerned about the money right now, but I feel like things will turn around later, okay? That's the thing that I want to say. And, I want to say some of you are in this place of needing security. Like, I want to say you need security. Some of you have been through some really hard times, okay? You didn't get the Tower reverse, and the Tower reverse is worse than the regular Tower. The Tower reverse is catastrophe, okay? But I don't necessarily feel like this is active catastrophe. Like, it's not like impending doom. It's more like you've been going through like, again, obstacle after obstacle, one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. And you may have moved many times. You may have been homeless several times. You may not have had money at different times in your life. This is being like kind of in that constant worry or fear of having nothing, okay? This is also... this is being worried about your home for some reason. Again, it's that element of home, the element of needing security, worrying, worrying about not having enough money to spend. This is where a lot of people are affected, not just one person. This is also alarm bells, okay? I talked about this before with the Tower, because the Tower can be alarm bells. This is where you need to heed any alarm bells, okay? So if you're, so for some of you, your intuition is sort of blocked. And in the future, you need to turn it on, okay? Because for whatever reason, you're not listening. You're not paying attention to any of the signs. And there may be some element of... a thing that happens either within your family or, you may have come from a broken home, okay? Or this is like a divorce or a relationship that affects a lot of people. Or this is like a situation that affects a lot of people. So, you may be going through something that's affecting a lot of people. I feel like more so, it's just this thing that you kind of have about not having a fear of poverty, fear of lack. You may have more money than Jesus, but there's still something in your brain that has you worried that you're going to be homeless, that has you worried that you're not going to be successful. Like, so in a way, you may have reached the top, but like, in a way, it doesn't matter. You're shattered the glass ceiling, but it doesn't matter because you're still constantly afraid and you don't feel secure because maybe you came from a broken home or where there was a lot of people that, maybe abusive childhood, type situations where you just feel really insecure. There's a lot of insecurities here. And maybe you've done a lot that have gone with the flow, and that's part of the Scorpio lesson is to go with the flow, but you're doing it too much, okay? I just feel like, I don't feel like this is impending doom. I really don't. Although it can, in some cases, mean that. So you may be, around or witness some kind of major thing that happens, You know, my guides are showing me like one of those train crashes that affect a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's that. It's not just like individually the tower is usually divorce or breakup that affects one family. But let's just say you had a lot of people in your family. You come from a large family. Your divorce is going to affect all those people, you know? And so instead of it just being you and your partner and, you know, your child, it's going to be you, your partner, you know, your sisters, your brothers, your family. You may come from like a strict family, you know? I feel like for a lot of you though, this is a broken past. This is a broken past where you feel broken in some way. You feel like, you know, you've done so much to overcome so much, and maybe financially you've gotten there, but for whatever reason, it's sort of just like you still feel very insecure. You've spent a lot of time rebuilding your life, and you'll do anything for money and security. That's like the number one thing. But the major thing that I want to tell you is you need to really work on listening to your intuition, and anything that's just like, you know, you're feeling like a little tickle, you know, somewhere, tingle, you're like, no, I don't think this is going to work out. I want you to run for the hills. I want you to get out of there. Okay. That's part of this energy. I feel like it's a broken past. I do. I feel like it's a broken past. Coming from a broken family, going through, you know, abusive, you know, like an abusive childhood, going through like homelessness and like constant struggle and moving and constant struggle and strife, and like never really getting to a place where you felt secure or where you felt loved. And to me, it is also fear. It's a fear of the catastrophe, a fear that you're never going to be in a relationship that you can, or with someone that you can really trust, or fear that you're never going to be able to reach that level of security that you want. But remember, security starts within yourself. So you need to give yourself some credit for everything that you've gone through. Number one, first and foremost, know that you cannot go back in time and change what you did. You can change the energy by going back in your mind in the videotape and changing your actions and changing what you said in your mind, okay? And sending yourself love and showing up for yourself. But you can't like go back literally in time and say, you know, something different to that person, or break up with that person before they cheated on you, or any of that stuff. You can't. So you have to accept things for what they have been, and accept that, okay, these were your lessons and these were your burdens and these were the things that you needed to go through in life to understand life better and to have more compassion for others. And any kind of feelings of lack of insecurity, know that I don't feel like they are truly founded in a financial place, although some people may be like in a financial place where they feel like they don't have anything, and maybe you literally don't. But I feel like in the future, it's just more of a haunting. It's more of a haunting of anything. It just haunts you. It's like waking up like after you've been abused, and waking up and still feeling like in a way terrified in some way. It can be post-traumatic stress for some people. Like I feel like there's some post-traumatic stress stuff going on. But it's like having moved constantly, having changed constantly, having like never really settled. And I feel like some of you just want to settle down and just like chill out and like, you know, eat bonbons. You know? My guide is showing me like, I forget that movie, I forget what his name is now, where he's like, he gets these macadamia nuts, he just gets out of the shower and he's eating these macadamia nuts out of the jar. I forget who it was now. He's an Italian guy. I think he's an Italian guy. But anyways, the point is, because I think that they had money or something, like they found out they had money, and that's what he's doing. He's eating these macadamia nuts. So you need to get yourself a jar of macadamia nuts and just like pop them, you know what I mean? And feel good and accept that, you know, the past is the past. And security is within. Our outside, you know, changes constantly. It's constantly changing. So, it's just something that you're going to have to, at some point, come to terms with and understand you've been there and you've done that. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to keep going through that, okay? That's just my feeling. So, long video. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, and Google Plusing. Definitely, you know, message me, let me know what you guys think, you know, in the comments below. And email me if you'd like a private reading. I'd love to get one set up for you. I definitely feel like this time around would be good. But I send you guys big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care. All the best. Bye.